On Saturday, 25th of April 2026, I was one of the 5,000 people I tuning into Delay TV. Say, Mr. Richard Nii Armah and yesterday, let's perform interview. So we were in the chat. We saw all the comments. Delay catcher ya pomasa ya pomapa onwakasa and koko interview Mr. Richard Nii Armah, and it didn't happen once. It didn't happen twice. About 3 responses to the man for comment section because people were saying, "Say interview wait yet, delay invited." You know. It was an interesting interview, you know, to the extent that our interview, a song I have never personally. What I say, my man called private site.
Life in this world
is a great struggle
for both the young and old. And even those who have great riches have troubles on their own.
I make sure Becca say Clement made that. And you know, even to the extent, say, there was an awkward moment in the interview that I took note of. Now, listen, for this particular interview, right, I share for 5 solid times. I share during the live stream, I share after some more publish, you know, I download it, I'm sharing 3 solid times. So we are going to put the interview against court records because in the words of Mr. Richard Nii Armah, and I'm a bring on man for Faka and
99% of it, it was a deliberate, orchestrated attack on me to defame me, to get me. You see, to get me on my knees, to succumb to something that maybe they felt say. That is the only way they could get me.
It is saying you create no. You about the concept anymore. I Gossip 24. Mess with dim. So when you subscribe button, so now click the bell notification icon. So now I don't follow you. Your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter at gossip24.com. Any Gossip 24 TV. Feel free to subscribe to your comment section anymore. Now I share video. I'm a for so any be ahead. So let's get into it. So the whole interview starts here from Mr. Richard Nii Armah kasa ye moko otina pokwasitan papa honomo oni wo honomo wie no and obese kwatsan mame honomo call SHS we SHS no back to ne mame side ho akotola ntene ye friend say colleague no ho mechire latabi okwashi be mu school okoye betonton nsane ade. So the background on a brief background, right? So let's get to the parts now you're interested. Now, according to Mr. Richard Nii Armah, or completely SHS area no Obiama ni skada. On one okay.
It was a dream.
Like a dream.
It was a dream.
And to me we IPS na the koe.
And to be real level 2 IPS.
Then you were ready to go to I can say the UK.
To be real level 2 no.
It's one offended that trip no.
Me we secondary school at age 17. Obiama ni skada.
Okay.
Me mami after secondary school no na just come free in same bio because ono agasa no o sheda ni bi o mia ni ahwe. And you know, at a very early age, the minister was saying, "Me, to me, you know, that is how come maybe one was store, no shop, no inside, no. Me, say, methodon to alcohol, drinks, na me.
It's one I will apply will be
me apply
as a student.
As a student, me apply. Me try school fees or ho.
Okay.
Me try hostel fees or ho.
Okay.
And me.
Back then.
Now, Mr. Richard Nii Armah, from that point, no, and of course, school, UPSA but first na IPS which is accounting course no osu there for 2 years no free one more call UK, right? And more call UK no 22 years. But you know who travels to abroad the first time and doesn't recall the year or two kwa buchi?
Do you remember how much you must have spent?
Me refi kakra but
refi. And this is like how many years ago? A year around which year?
Oh, I was when I went to the UK, I was 21, 22 years.
Okay.
22 years.
No. Ache.
Yes, I want to, you know, if I have to mention, I have to be very accurate about it.
Specific.
But
okay, sure.
Me, I'm the first time I'm in train, the first time I'm in train, if not the day, if not the month, I record the year. But this is Mr. Richard Nii Armah, an amazing, intelligent, and brilliant accountant by all standards. On year. Or they call UK.
It's what could do UK? What state is a hostel nana? Ote.
Yeah.
Which is to say we could do no. So what is school I said there, then you have to continue with a human to sustain o livelihood ne o education.
Yeah.
It's a horse so do you know. Ejuma ben sa na ye.
Timi ko do ho no na me you know like a family friend be. You know, he brought me to his home. And also Ghana ni and so was single room be more or hassle.
But Mr. Richard Nii Armah kai very well saying the first job or yeah and it's all ye juma e wo Tesco, right? Just a humble beginning the more copy mu e wo UK no. And all call ye juma e wo hotel. So yes our hotel no and the 5,000 dishes store in the free. Guess what? Mr. Richard Nii Armah kai okay so ye more Tesco e bought Tesco brand meeting. But the hotel no I ever want about 2,000 or 1,000 room no. Whether a Hilton, whether a Holiday Inn, whether a day. Mr. Richard Nii Armah and two hotel nidi.
And wako ye all kinds of jobs, I'm sure.
Me say chins me can say me yes supermarket ejuma no and me say second job no me ejuma wo hotel me ejuma wo hotel say hotel no ye twitwi chins mo wo hotel no
which reminds me na o ye interview o ka say 5,000 please e be ya asem okay
me kai pa
almost said na o ka sa asem no
o say sebi nkofo bi wo Ghana hanuma.
But then he made a brilliant analysis of justifying sell or worship 5,000 plates. A brilliant analysis, and it makes a lot of sense.
Now me see me no. A door support chain. I was very conservative about it. Mami share
in a day.
Oh, in a day.
Okay.
Mami share you understand if you allow me to explain.
Of
you
course.
Understand? You only BB. So how to find that?
Of course.
There are hotels in the West. Rooms I was at hotels over 2,000 rooms. One hotel. It be muka 5,000 rooms in Nii Armah. Who they even find say hotel now me here juma no. Rooms na e won here 1,000. 1,000 no. Obi aba breakfast. And one room maybe anipa 2 and anipa family shemu. Omba breakfast. Dile we call breakfast now we call the buffet. How many plates do you even use for breakfast alone one person?
Quite a lot.
A lot. What I say. And if you have a hotel with nipa base 1,000 rooms and people averaging around 3,000 ebe have breakfast. How many plates and things will be used? And beyond even the plates and glasses and cutlery that are used there, the meals has to be cooked for these people. In the kitchen, these meals are prepared. And these dishes are used there. By the time they finish cooking for 4,000, 3,000 people, a lot of dishes would have been used. And guess what? This is just breakfast. Now, lunch. As for lunch, no, it's not even buffet. So all these people who come and eat, you find say a third of them will come and have lunch. When they come, they will request for their own food. A la carte, and that's a friend.
But okay, do you remember the backlash after no? I think so almost year honon kwa filmuna people were just coming at it said now your industrial machine kwa bit me industrial washing machine kwa.
I saw that people were even doing computation, calculations, you know, in our country, there are
So according to Mr. Richard Nii Armah no, Otsana UK, right? Into UK school no quiet no yeah more Tesco, washing plates or hotel no, and it is or the be and the fees, or the be and the rent, or the be and the TNT within a span of 2 years. Says a human or yen kakra no, and this sort of bills way na, send this can be crab fee. What is what send this can be fee?
For let's say 2 years.
2 years. And that time now no man you were still like no more engaging on phone near the
oh yeah that time you say Ghana there we too quite free Ghana kwam man then there you have to send money back home so your loved ones back home you have to send money to them.
Okay.
Whilst I was paying my school fees I was paying part of the rent that I was living with the guy. He pays part, I also pay part. I was paying my transportation. I was taking care of my personal needs and my food and all of that. I still have to save some money and send to mom at home.
At home, and your sister.
Yeah.
And
Let's also save it. Let's also save it. Can be out here on interview. Good. Now, again, according to Mr. Richard Nii Armah, now of UK, Ghana no, or the number be Ghana, or the plasma TV, Ghana, and or the home theater. Ghana. I want you to take note of all these things.
young man, wako UK wo ban burger over then now they buy.
Me those days your plasma TV.
Okay.
And me the plasma TV nearby.
And
I made the home theater so.
Okay.
You know,
and
it was a big deal then to have a plasma TV and a home theater because at that time the world didn't know those things.
Okay. And this is
now according to Mr. Richard Nii Armah, Oba back to Ghana. Honestly, wait me about the exact year, and I'm thinking out of the box. The reason it's Mr. Richard Nii Armah and to me stated the exact year of the UK, and to me stated the exact year of the UK buyer. However, he went to the UK and he came back to Ghana. So delay had to give him friend say interval. Say they are between 2007 and 2008. And Mr. Richard Nii Armah agreed. Say yeah, around that time. So consider around that time.
How many years ago?
Oh, this about me by no. It's over 16 to 17 years ago.
If I said 2007, 2008, there are about 8, 9 or no. Around that time.
Yeah.
Okay, and see Oba back no. Oba no. Uti play one Oba no. I dream better than Uchima out there, but now who say Oba yeding?
I mean, the Mbabe.
Okay.
I didn't know what I was coming to do, to be very honest. But I felt say I've been educated. I've gone to school. I'm coming from the business school. I've learned a lot. I'm well equipped, and you know, I have to come and figure out something.
Okay.
You know, and it's between looking for job and starting your own business.
Okay.
But I knew that I had to come. Let me just come. When I come, I'll figure it out.
You figure it out.
Yeah.
You figure. And time I Oba do Ghana no. Oh no, my man, and our sister. What time I go back to colleague no ha.
Yeah.
Now, according to Mr. Richard Nii Armah, offer UK ba there were two options. It's either so babe pay you and so be right. So these were the options available. I just so different UK buy. Now, at this point, na say Mr. Richard Nii Armah na kasa ba beka. I want the interview nimu with yesterday last performance no. Say offer UK buy sad time no amane mame sika. What I say, I'm an mama, they are completely 2-bedroom, a daibi. I so moosey, I will let a bit of question, but no more react in mammy or sending my miss kind sask and made it completely a dino. Just take notes.
Yeah, so when I came back, at the time, when I was there, I was sending money small to my mom. And you know, now, there were 2-bedroom house, be a me grandmother fee or latte be a question.
Okay.
Near Radio Gold, Cornwall. You know, I sent money to my mother to complete it.
Okay.
So that 2-bedroom house was completed.
And see, Obana say no more movie free.
Yes. My sister was then married. Me call UK. No, I was there. My sister got married. So now my sister had moved with her husband.
Okay.
And my mother has also moved to the 2-bedroom house.
Okay. And then there's and for tree for you say and should man number. If sister worried there at this time also so corner. Now be our baby, I wouldn't or you came back to girlfriend be and she was waiting for you and I said, oh, buy and Uber shall be Anna.
Oh, until now I was having a girlfriend. Time I call UK. No, I was dating my ex-wife.
In the UK, like
before I call
before I call.
No, we were friends.
Okay.
We were friends.
You were talking.
Yeah, talking. We were
talking
friends.
Stages.
We're friends.
Okay. Until
me call London say you. Yeah, now we have new phone. Be buy my top phone a man. Every month, be my money is car.
Okay.
Mommy car. Now my money is car.
So at what point? And we share Madame Joanna. Now, according to Mr. Richard Nii Armah, or share when share Madame Joanna and Mana Joanna was secondary school. When she and you know the way I yesterday last performance will be some questions. No, I don't know if she asked the questions based on the court records or she asked the questions based on hearsays on TikTok. Or out of TikTok conversations, right? Because according to the court records, there was nowhere in the court records. Madam Joanna can't ye. And as Mr. Richard Nii Armah can't ye. Our court records, they said they met in secondary school. This is the background story according to the court records. According to the court records, Madam Joanna and Mr. Richard Nii Armah is sharing. Now Mr. Richard Nii Armah no every SHS. No Madam Joanna no call Akwemu Senior High School. And it was through Mr. Richard Nii Armah a sister. No, you know, Joanna no ni senior 1 year Akwemu Senior High School. And because Joanna ebusuafo ne bi wo akoso monti no na Joanna ema kwan a ansa waba akoto dantene kolego no ewie mu hono mo. And so it was through Mr. Richard Nyamako and his sister, our J. Madam Joanna, and his storybook. And all these are in the court records. Our J. Madam Joanna, no, a storybook. During one of the vacation periods, no. And Joanna and Mr. Richard Nyamako met each other. They didn't meet in the same secondary school. So that question and where it came from, no, I didn't understand. However, the court records are there.
I'm say, Ushian or JHS2, SHS2, no, etisa.
Oh, and you no clear, and you no clear.
And you no clear.
And you no clear.
But Nipa no can confidently say, Unim say Ushian or JHS2.
And you no clear.
It's John or call Winneba Secondary School.
They be one call Winneba Secondary School.
Bones Ushian or.
They be one call Akwemuman Secondary School.
Okay.
Ewo Akusumuhon Musai.
Okay. Into Ushian year bang.
Me to apetesi. Me baby me to apetesi no. Me to apetesi na me who say o twem na me friend say, "Hey madam, brother bon komo."
Okay.
And that's how I met her.
Okay.
That was the first time I met her. I was selling. I was doing business.
Okay.
Me told me apetesi ni sa nyama no. Ona omo family house who. You see, she was living with her parents in their family house.
Okay.
Ewo Akotolante Agbado hono.
Okay.
What I say, baby, I'm alcohol. No?
Okay.
So that's how we met.
So if Mr. Richard Nyamako is saying, Oshia Madam Joanna, a man or Tom Akpeteshia, it is right. Right? It is right. Says I tell no, store him and another Tom Akpeteshi, Kabasho, ne Ubada na, and I say Madam Joanna, so eba, Nesta Honomo, Nesta Dim Comono, de Faso, Ehuno near dear, and within that year, no, Anna Joanna, a Chone, SSC, and Asan Wasi, Ediwe. At that time it was SSC, right? No, Chone, SSC, Ediwe, and they got to know each other after said Joanna, right after so we Akwemu Senior High School, no, Oba, Accra, Betsana. Now fonche ewa kra no ye adwuma, and all these are in the court records. No ye adwuma our textile shop makwala honomo, all these are in the court records. Fine. Now according to Mr. Richard Nyamako, Okabiom said at the time we're returning here from UK, which he didn't give a specific date, no, right? Ochiamu say at the time we're returning from UK, no, na Madam Joanna Juma. These are his words. Listen.
I know say Uton and Sanona Udishiano.
Yeah.
And now going na mokasa.
Yeah. Oh,
and na enti ufi UK buy no ye then now on the life ye then.
Ni buy back no na ono Juma.
Onye Juma.
No onye Juma.
Okay.
No onye Juma.
So again, to people who don't pay attention to the court records, they will think that this is somewhat true. Now let's assume, say Mr. Richard Nyamako, every UK was in 2008 or 2009 or 2007, right? Give or take. He didn't know the year he went, so he didn't even state the year he came back, right? Fine. Now, these were attached to the court documents. Madam Joanna no, ne SNIT records. Now, SNIT betcha say now we hear Juma na asa we Juma, right? Remember, say Mr. Richard Nyamako catch ye mame. And now Sister Penny, Madame Dolores performance, aka Delay, in that interview on 25th of April 2026, say Emma ofi UK buy no, na Joanna enye Juma. Okay. Way HSA Joanna, as far back as April 2005 to December 2005, no ni Frankie's for enye Juma. Omutuane SNIT edimano. From 2006 January to December 2006. No ne on the run for a year, but on the run for more company no brand needing year on the run no. Simbisa Foods Brands Ghana Limited. No running on the run no. It's your no mutiana snits at the mano. And now who screen is no right from 2007 January to 2007 December. Na omuguswa etia ne snits no at the mano. Through to April 2008. No mutia at the mano. Right? So, if Mr. Richard Nyamako if UK buy in 2007, if of UK buy in 2008, it means that Madam Joanna Juma. Sa 2008 kona and Noswell 4 and at some more Madam Joanna no. These are court records. You can go to the court and get these records. Court records. And among Madam Joanna, a coco bank, any idea, I know a bulk teller, a mom, no judging Kofusika, no aqua deposit or bank or markets for no any idea, right? Into a no so for any Madam Joanna, a year's head, mano. 80 from 2008 to ending of 2009 no only no so for year duma until say no so for or more term way no dem top recruitment for the top recruitment for the be taking over no so and no mu no from one bank to the other I will pay more Unibank no. So from 2009 to 2010 even December 2010 Emra Madam Joanna and Mr. Richard Nii Armah Ewari no they were paying her snit for her and now who skin is no. She was still employed even in 2011. Na Madam Joanna Juma. So I don't know the exact year Mr. Richard Nii Armah every UK ever pay more Ghana. But these records show say Madam Joanna was actively employed. And you will be no year unemployed at the time on Mr. Richard Nii Armah every UK buy no. As he said on the delay show. Now, you have to check, right? Now, Mr. Richard Nii Armah again on the delay show. After that, no can say ofi UK buy no right or movie to ne ma memo a single room e ma ne ma memo a movie ye e ko your friend say latabi okoshi ho no mo a che say e mo movie ba single room na o colleague no e ho no start giving out loans.
Mimi buy no man court latabi okoshi ma me na atu alcohol but mimi call back to the single room now me mami wo mu no. I went back to the single room because my mother
now you were there alone. It was say what you
sister is gone, mom is gone. And
you have your privacy.
There. Yeah.
Okay. It would if you name ho baby and I'll start say will
thank you.
Or savings and loans.
Thank you.
Okay. And see at this point now we are a banker now.
Na me yere anji loan bia amfa ma no Madam Joanna anji sika bia amfa ma no da. What I say e pounds no boa no kakra no and we dey buy ha say ya che so dey be start business no.
Because another story in the news they say okoji loan or bank now ma dey start shop.
Oh, yeah, no, no one G loan put out. G loan that. Now, Okoji loan was him. Oh, say.
Same thing. Maybe I say at this point now, Okoji was shop now. We buy and kakra now was.
Oh, my free UK aba. Me the pounds kakra aba.
Aba into bank loan biano. Oh,
me pounds kakra me the aba me the buy and me the share me juma see o.
What the share juma see.
So it was at this point that Mr. Richard Nii Armah be ma Madam Joanna no cry no. The juma background be cast ye juma of Frankie's as a cashier and for almost 4 ever find the juma but it wasn't for almost 4 ne find the juma. E no so for and they find a juma and then later a top recruitment for they take you over no so for contract no just bear that in mind.
Oh no or ye juma wo Frankie's
okay
or ye juma wo Frankie's usu as a cashier until no ye cashiering that's all she has done.
Okay,
what I say cashiering is all the work she has done until ye juma wo Frankie's as a cashier.
Okay,
and now free hono musu na oko oye cashier so wo nti ofri ho no e na okoye adwuma wo company bi ye friend foremost Ghana.
Okay,
omo ye te say agency company nti omo gigi nko omo employ nko for na afedi omo di omo akọ companies ho no ma akọ ye cashier e di amom.
Okay,
so you know that agency
okay
nti ono agency na oye.
Okay,
because ono need degree wo.
Okay,
ono called just secondary school or is just a SHS graduate.
Okay. So again Mr. Richard Nii Armah as also kan e wo interview ni mo say oh Joanna kwa no SHS pen no tumi wie and you know tone and people say oh throughout the interview the man was respect of course he's a nice man, he's an amazing man, he has achieved a lot, brilliant, right? But tone I say SHS pen no wie SHS pen there is nowhere madam no Madam Joanna in this case bet me aye adwuma Unibank for almost 4
because ono need degree wo.
Okay,
ono called just secondary school or is just a SHS graduate.
Okay,
and that is what she was just doing cashiering.
So there is no point of
foremost follow the call those days standard water ekoye cashiering wo ho and omusa the call Unibank Kaneshi branch.
Okay.
Kakra so no so koye cashiering wo ho. And she wasn't like a staff of the bank.
Okay.
What I say or agent.
It's one called this car Unibank can farm.
Debi one G loan da.
Enti one G loan bia amfa ma no ama ni sika bia kra da. what you say no starting business no right and or chilemu na down for and come on no almost starting here the cousin be near then buy into the picture Joanna and find once the crime no
be 1 month and now 2 months and now 3 months actually and maybe I'm about 500 cedis na me the 100 cedis account into be chia now actually I'm 600
okay
and now me more be e be 1000 cedis make me the 300 cedis the account then the amount for 3 months into be chia we try kakran but we wie no now actually I'm 1003
now we so nya 300
Ghana me am 300
it's only when they start here
mini madam Fobi
okay
your friend Jonathan
okay and a chassis
and mini na chassis but no we say no be say 1 month muna na ojai because him make catch and say juma we dey risky e benya assignment you onjai
okay
nti ono that could be a me friend no say chale juma ni dey on to me here biom
okay
so I now called my cousin my cousin he was also much younger a little younger than me a friend Charles and now much inti me friend say chale on the omba no betina me chain at least year 2 or inside
now who say like when you be account
na year 2 me nko ade me tumi share ho nko an year juma at least say year 2 until that was my first employee
ewo hosa
Charles
oh
juma mu still
una ya che
yeah and I miss employee nipa back the same time so you so your friend Ibrahim
okay
and ono no Charles ndi ono yet say cashier e won inside for be G scanner na so be tua ono G scanner na wa record but back when I friend Ibrahim no ono the office adwuma wi na me ni na akokrom akodan ka.
And then at this point in the interview, no, it gets interesting, right? Delay beside and say, okay, it's the time I was starting, and your friend is saying loan business, no, not one, no. I feel so also started so pursue the cashiering job, and I want to Mr. Richard Nyamakwe say, oh, Debbie, no, yeah, you might that, but this is the same Mr. Richard Nyamakwe who earlier in the interview had said, say, and no fee UK buy, no, Madam Joanna Engagement. In case you missed it, let's go back.
I know say Oton and Sano na wudi share no.
Yeah.
And now going na mo kasa.
Yeah, oh.
And na enti ufi UK buy no ye den. Now on the life ye den.
Me buy back no na ono ye dwuma.
Onye dwuma.
No onye dwuma.
Okay.
No onye dwuma.
And now this is the same Mr. Richard Nyamakwe. Delay Bisan say, okay, it's doesn't mean the time I was starting was loans, mama loans no. And now Madam Joanna starting here cashier dwuma na. And now Mr. Richard Nyamakwe say debi no ye dwuma deda.
Ona na kodaika. Okay. Enti this time no now we use so I started pursue ne cashier dwuma no. At this point, what shall I say no?
Oh, no, by this time no ye ni cashier dwuma.
No ye ni cashier dwuma. Enti time be mu na wo buy no. Who decided say wo be ware no?
Enti no me worry 20 December 2010.
Which is
there is even an interesting bit I missed here, right? Remember, say Mr. Richard Nyamakwe, I want the interview no more. I can't say, oh, am I no call UK no? No more your girlfriend, boyfriend, no more your friends. Earlier, you see friends, edema, edit find a relationship no. And some of the labor can't so no more dating, and no better chum so no more your boyfriend, girlfriend. What I say? And all can I say? Now I'm for crying a catcher Joanna no, but no, a very loyal person.
My ex-wife.
In the UK, like
before I me call
before I call
no, we were friends.
Okay.
We were friends.
We were talking.
Yeah, talking. We were
talking
friends.
Stages.
We're friends.
Okay. Until
me call London say no. Yeah, now we have new phone. Be buy my top phone and man. Every month be me money is car.
Okay.
Mommy car. Now my money is car so because me buy back no na. You continue your relationship because me I'm a very loyal person. And till me call UK say na nkofo bebe catch and say oh me go worry or inside me fin build me sad but I was always engaging her letting her know say they she should just believe say I will come back.
It's not what senepe because who can say date now say someone no can say you are done for so which is that now
me catch and say
open what can say open
say we kasa date say boyfriend girlfriend asem maybe if I didn't put it well boyfriend girlfriend
okay
what I say we were quite young until and she died
early 20s.
Early 20s.
Was he the first woman in your life?
She was the first woman in my life.
Now, guess what? Mr. Richard Nyamakwe, in the divorce petition or response or the coin, right? I am quoting. I said these are court documents. They are there. Mr. Richard Nyamakwe, in the divorce petition, his response, no, and my Joanna can't say, oh, on my relationship, no, and my Mr. Richard Nyamakwe, Echo UK, no, right? There were issues of infidelity. at the early stages, Emma just not person who breaking off relationship. No? And this is Mr. Richard Nii Armah. I will delay shows so I can say now for can send their chair Joanna, but no my Joanna assurance. I just go PM UK crano now or sending phone or sending his kaka cran in your manama due to loyalty, right? But guess what Mr. Richard Nii Armah had said in court before delay show and see who is speaking the truth. Just add one or two together. Mr. Richard Nii Armah in court said, their relationship was truncated due to Sabi abusive conduct of the petitioner before say ono beko UK. And that Madam Joanna mom and a catcher say omo parties bienu no ember into a fresh relationship. Or no or refuse here because now or no believing in a long distance relationship. But this is the same Mr. Richard Nii Armah. We be PMU on delay show. Say, these are the court documents. Like I'm saying, you can just go for the court documents and probe it. Watch the interview. Like I said, I've watched this interview for 5 solid times just to put every single thing Mr. Richard Nii Armah said against the court document. This is Mr. Richard Nii Armah stating say, I had Joanna no more crowd about patch so I'm went into a relationship because that Joanna ne exhibiting abusive signs be any idea. But no, Mr. Richard Nii Armah respondents no. Not on person obey here because not on believing in a long distance relationship. But again, this is Mr. Richard Nii Armah on delay show saying say.
Now, you continue your relationship because me, I'm a very loyal person. And to me call UK say now for baby catch and say, oh, me go worry or me in build me but I was always engaging her, letting her know say they be. She should just, believe, say, I'll come back.
It's not what's in because who can't who date, someone who can't say what you're done for. So which is which? That's now open. What can you open?
Say we're casa, date say boyfriend, girlfriend are same.
Okay. Mr. Richard Nii Armah, there have been a lot of contradictions in the court documents and what he's saying on delay show. So let's come back now. According to Mr. Richard Nii Armah, I'm worried finally, right? In December 2010, in fact, on the 4th of December 2010, as for that date, a special day, Mr. Richard Nii Armah, so there is no way he's going to forget that date. But the first time of aeroplane there, on Kai, or marriages of more importance than aeroplane. What I say? Maybe me far train. The first time I me far train, me Kai say it was in April 2022. But well. Marriage is more important.
Una ubaye no. U decide say ubeware no.
Intino me worry 20 December 2010.
Which is 2 years after ubaye.
Yes. Okay. My marriage my wedding date was 4th December 2010.
We a white wedding.
Yeah, white wedding. To me engagement. And my friend
Jehovah Witness first already.
Engagement I'm saying wedding.
So, Mr. Richard Nii Armah he made it even before Sobewai, right? And not sure. In the first year or so business started looking good. And no TV or different abroche by the plasma TV. Our different abroche by and what so bear in mind, I want you to take note of this. Business started looking good before Mr. Richard Nii Armah went into the marriage. In the words of Mr. Richard Nii Armah, until he started looking for money from sources obetumi enya sika ediefi what you are saying to your kokoton TV or ton home theater no bottles any baby obenya sika if be not on ton say do be share business no.
You go back to quick credit.
Yes.
So now the company is there.
Yes.
And how many years na be hu say adwuma no I say egunye du baby I say na nipa hyase say omo babeteki stretch be say how many years?
Oh, by 1 year, no.
Okay.
1 year, 6 months, I was seeing growth and progress. Okay. I had confidence in what I have started.
Okay.
And then me call say, Charlie, mommy, TV now motion for so and for so I can make good use of the TV. Now my cotton, now my kosher business, home theater, now my ton, now my kosher business, fridge, free crowd, now my ton, now my kosher. Mommy those days I work Guinness, ni Fanta, malt bottles, ni sani amano, now my cotton to ni now me this I anywhere I lay money on, no, me kwa ko Gina me their share business.
So it's assumed say Mr. Richard Nii Armah worry on the 4th of December 2010 the plasma TV shouldn't be visible anywhere after 2010. You agree? Good. Why I am Madam Rebecca Kofi. Madam Rebecca Kofi, Madam Joanna Kofi, Mrs. Joanna Kwe, now ex-wife of Mr. Richard Nii Armah. Wey, the Facebook page. Wey, a picture I post here on the 27th of February in the year 2012. Emra omubi omo first office for quick credit. That time, no man incorporated quick credit in the year 2011. Behind Madam Rebecca, no, that is the plasma TV. Mr. Richard Nii Armah Kwe, Edifi UK buying. That is the plasma TV. Zoom in, that is the plasma TV. Because the plasma TV was argued. Say, Mr. Richard Nii Armah Kwe and top plasma TV, no, and financial business no. The fridge behind Madam Rebecca in this picture, no, Madam Joanna, demu fridge, and oyi, and oyi the bar officer, and as such, no, Mr. Richard Nii Armah Kwe so you need demu TV and the bar officer. So that was the plasma TV from UK, and that fridge was a fridge for Madam Joanna. No, so the see officer, and they made the office look good. But this is Mr. Richard Nii Armah Kwe saying on Delay Show, say, to TV, no, to home theater, no. Maybe the home theater was sold. But the TV, that is it in the picture. From the year 2012. From the year 2012. Court, Mr. Court, now compare records in the and you will see everything for yourself. From the court records, you will see everything from yourself. Fine, that aside, right? Mr. Richard Nii Armah Kwe, I can say, your friend is saying, business about looking good and what have you, right? And our Baba can and I delay beside say, so at what time no more register quick credit, no? And Mr. Richard Nii Armah Kwe say, no more register as limited liability. But it was later, just say, Bank of Ghana can't no more register, or more license with Bank of Ghana. And a delay crampo cow say, and that is a wood pitch. Pay attention.
Time be mu na afi mu call Bank of Ghana afi dem register makasa afi the credit loans a company. Mutimi mo yes at.
So when we started the business, when I started microfinance, at the time it was not regulated. We had to me the OPE in Ghana. So I was in the space before Bank of Ghana decided to start regulating the space. Bank of Ghana started say a regulated business, but after there was say any Bank of Ghana encore register. Until before then, you just have to go and register a normal business at the Registrar General. Okay. Until that was what I had done now, then. Now my registered business more Registrar General. And I made my business.
Okay, until 2 years into a Jumana.
For those of you who would recall, right? In the previous episode, say the Brown, say this issue came up in court. Madam Joanna lawyers try establish here say Mr. Richard Nii Armah Kwe and register business way as a limited liability. Now Madam Joanna a part of the directors. Let me take you back to that video. A course court demo, right? Because Madam Joanna assertion and say why a director of the company for 10 solid years from 2011 to 2021. Divorce by year and Mr. Richard Nii Armah Kwe, and free and crack so. But almost beside Mr. Richard Nii Armah Kwe, our court say, na ebani say, and I will yere, edi eba kratano eso. Die di kai, ebani say na would yere dimba kratano also. Kratano die, as a sire from sole proprietorship by limited liability. But me yere krano, so what one co school and real chaser. Me co school no visual arts and ocean. Na maybe crown Bank of Ghana and in Shebi by say obi person or a director for a financial company or say the panel first degree. Me here in first degree, me here in school or ye na no or do SS crown visual arts and ocean. Tina me here enya fit and na unqualified so obewo and krata so. And the lawyer ni bisa say, "Enti time ben sa and Madam Joanna, wo ye ni din ede free krata no so." And a time a Bank of Ghana can't say me an answer time. Then also not long after Bank of Ghana and the cancer. So also not long after a year ben because in the records of the Registrar General's Department, Madam Joanna I a director from 2011 to 2021, 10 solid years. 10 solid years. So 2021 and Madam Joanna a free directors. Listen so. So how can you say it's a Bank of Ghana my directive and I want to meet my date? Now we can no long after. It's your honor, our court the mono. Omo put it to Mr. Richard Nyamakwe say, Debbie, a due to the divorce in Tino Koi Madame Joanna, Edi Feso. But Mr. Richard Nyamakwe, a deny no musi okay. So this means say there was an iota of truth in whatever cross-examination a course who court demo honomo. And how are Madame Joanna lawyers counter Mr. Richard Nyamakwe to make their case say Madame Joanna was taken out of the company through what I say. Mo can or court demo no. And this Mr. Richard Nyamakwe staying say indeed our delay shows say indeed register a company as limited liability later and now more lines with Bank of Ghana and the Ekaka home what I say and this had played out in court earlier. Now Mr. Richard Nyamakwe Eka biom wo the interview mu say so after my warrior no and no joining ono any Madam Joanna join any mame wo fie na wo latabi okohye so
okay 2 years into adwuma na wo ba yenum na worry wife no they said no to akotena ifa
the worry and your movie ko kan me mame hu wo 2-bedroom house
wo latabi okohye
that's where we stayed when we got married.
Oh wait, when you got married?
Yeah.
Now remember say sa fie na wo latabi okohye no Mr. Richard Nyamakwe on delay show aba be ka say or sending him a misika and on with the complete if you know.
Yeah, so when I came back at the time, no, when I was there, I was sending money small to my mom. And you know now there were 2-bedroom house be a me grandmother fee or latte be a question.
Okay.
Near Radio Gold, Konomo. And you know I sent money to my mother to complete it.
Okay.
So that 2-bedroom house was completed.
And see Ubana say no more movie fee.
Yes, my sister was then married. Mimi call UK. No, I was there. My sister got married. So now my sister had moved with her husband.
Okay.
Right. And Mr. Richard Nyamakwe ababeka. I wa hanom say, oh, I'm joining him, mame. Eko efe na wala tebi okohye. Now guess what is in the court records? In the court records, Madam Joanna eka womu say, team. Or say after the said marriage. The parties cohabited in a 2-bedroom semi-detached house which they had before their marriage constructed on part of the land on which the respondent's mother, which in this case Mr. Richard Nyamakwe mame, located at Latabi Okoshi. The respondent's mother had begun erecting the said 2-bedroom house and had reached about the window level before the couple continued and completed it, and the couple resided in it together with the respondent's mother until they moved to their current matrimonial home. So this is Madam Joanna in her petition saying, oh, Emra ye worry no, right? Now Mr. I'm not answer never be worry no. Now Mr. Richard Nyamakwe mame esi dan bia na dan na do window level ana ye boa ma o complete dan to complete dan no aye worry no sa dan no mu na ye ekotena ye. But remember say Mr. Richard Nyamakwe on delay show say emra wo UK no ana o send ne ma misika ana ne ma me de complete dan no sa dan no ana o mu worry we a o mu ne o ma me ye den o mu ne o ne ma me ekotena mu. Good. But guess what Mr. Richard Nyamakwe said in the court records? In the court records, and I quote, right, Mr. Richard Nyamakwe say, Madam Joanna boa, na oman kwa nkotena ne maame nchen bia we fie e wo mapobi. Na mom no, Madam Joanna or say respondent denies paragraph 2 of petitioner's petition and says in answer thereto that the parties never cohabited in the respondent's mother's house at Mapobi before the marriage, but the petitioner only joined respondents in the fully completed house after they married. Save that the parties moved into a Efiene Dansumano about 8 years ago. Or deny paragraph 3 of Madame Joanna ni petition all can say the house was built till the house. Madam Joanna can say or no, and Mr. Richard Nyamakwe and na ne maame do window level and omo to asoma no. Mr. Richard Nyamakwe estate wa ha say that house no was built by ono ne maame alone. Or say respondent denies paragraph 3 of petitioner's petition and says that the house was built by the respondent's mother alone on her own land and no contribution from the petitioner before respondent married to petitioner, and it is for that reason the respondent's mother stayed in the house. Madam Duana Akawa has said, if you know what latabi or question, no way to window level. And on Mr. Richard Nyamakwe, Mr. Richard Nyamakwe, mammy. More must see if any way into a worry and almost got sinas, I feel any moon and mammy. Copim say, almost your movie and what down sumano, and no movie got sinas, I feel no what down sumano. Mr. Richard Nyamakwe say, be a new one of my yellow crack. Omo worry, omo got na, a day almost in a complete move. Ampa, omo movie. Echo, if you what down summer. Now, so if you know Madame Duana, I can want some. I know Mr. Richard Nyamakwe and mammy, and I say the bottom scanning the name, the name chief free, and this sees her if you know. But then this is the same Mr. Richard Nyamakwe on delay show saying, say, Emma, you can now or sending him a missika. Emma and mammy deceive, and while at the bio question.
Yes, so when I came back, at the time, no, when I was there, I was sending money small to my mom. And you know, now, you were 2-bedroom house be a me grandmother fee or latte be a question. Okay. Near Radio Gold, Cornwall. You know, I sent money to my mother to complete it. Okay. So that 2-bedroom house was completed. And see, Banana say no movie fee. Yes. My sister was then married. Me call UK. No, I was there. My sister got married. So now my sister had moved with her husband. Okay. And no, worry we you know. On the year, I could snap ne mami fee na. Obuama ni mami siye wala tebi question omo kokotsena ho ene ni mami kotsena ye. This Mr. Richard Nyamakwe. Okay, into 2 years into adwuma na oba ye nim na ware wife no. They said no to kotsena ye fa. Ti ye ware and your movie ko kan me mami hu wo 2-bedroom house. E wala tebi question. That's where we stayed when we got married. Oh, when you got married. Yeah. So from this point, you know, Mr. Richard Nyamakwe is also can be say after marriage, you know, right? And now o see dream house. Myself at the age of 26, you know, it was special. It was special. Okay. So I bought my car, and at the same time, I've also started building my dream house. Now, see the dream house, no. Into your warrior, no, and check around no movie to the dream house. Now, what down summer, no, or to pay attention to the words of Mr. Richard Nyamakwe, or to a diana so that no boo parts be and no rebuilding at this swimming pool, shall because any dream house at Dansoman. So I bought a house. I bought an old house. An old house, pulled it down, had access to the land, and then now started erecting my dream house on the land. At 26? At 26. So at 27, I've built a mansion. Okay. It was a 7-bedroom house, 2 halls, swimming pool, fountain. Like, it was everything. If you go to Dansoman today, and you mention Dreamland, they'll take you to my house. It's still there. It's still there. But listen to what Mr. Richard Nyamakwe says in the response to the divorce petition, because again, in the divorce petition, Madam Duana states here in paragraph 40, right? Madam Duana states here, I say, if you know, I wa Dansoman, any islegono, omo acquire, and mana omo worry into a no be your matrimonial home near dear, and no Madam Duana no, and share a Japadiana or Penumu dear cacao. And Mr. Richard Nyamakwe counter no has said. In paragraph 40 of the petitioner's petition or respondent, at all times, the said properties are what Dansoman any is legal no, mortgage properties. I just say or no, a loan, and what this sees are a dino. Okay, also you having mortgaged them to enable him use same to complete the buildings and is solely servicing the loans. Respondent says in response to paragraph 41 of petitioner's petition that the respondent did not play a lead role but solely acquired the Dansoman and its legal property, and the reason for which the title deeds are registered in his name and was never acquired in trust for the respondent and petitioner. And this is Mr. Richard Nyamakwe. I would delay show to say, oh, see the dream house. O see on any movie in and walk our court we must say sa dream house no kra no e bosia no kwaje ye and o this is a dream house e mortgage no kwaje ye and no kwa ni din and e was a bosia no otua no so e bosia no dey yes ade ni na ni din na wo so
ɛno ti kura na krataa no no kwa din na wɔ so ɛno ti na krataa no ɔno kwa din ɛna wɔ so but then utie Mr. Richard Nii Armah on the issue oye very careful with the words or emphasizing on the fact say the dream or no need dream
enti satan no be kan say dreams na would know yere share say messy fie me fountain me to swimming pool me do be kotrem no na sa dream na ba mu at a very young age na
so it's a dream to build a house. I mean, me dream me dream growing up, there is how I want to work hard, make money, build a house for myself, build a big house for myself, get myself a wife, marry her, move her into that house, live there with her, have a car, buy a car for her, have kids, raise your kids, and live a beautiful life together as a family. That was my dream, and that was what I was pursuing.
And because it's a dream in a fear now, or dance man. Uber can say at that point, 26, no who will say, ma arrive here now, as you dream. No, no,
it's as I any dream, no, also spoiling the wife into the wife called chips or to Rolex or to bag. Or, I mean, maybe it's just a life was good for his wife.
I'll do anything for her, and I'll make sure that she's happy. She live the best of life. When I'm even traveling to America to go do business with my business partner for 3 years, for 3 days, I carry her with me. 3 days we go and come. I'll shop luxury bags for her. I'll buy Rolex watch for her. I'll buy expensive hairs for her. Like I gave her
back
everything.
then.
Yes, back then when we moved into that house at that 27 years, 20.
Okay.
That's the life I'm talking about.
Okay.
And you know, and you say be ti oka say de be a be ya wari bi no na omuwo mu ni ade a enya no kre according to Mr. Richard Nii Armah. No Mr. Richard Nii Armah ni hu say o losing the marriage because of the success. Or you're a victim of ono akasa success. So who say a man na hodie enyi no na ne troubles enyi. Etisa ana say entisa because ne yere no ade several reasons e share the petition mu at the court. Guess what Mr. Richard Nii Armah chose to respond to? Baako, unreasonable behavior. Diatosubium, adultery. Diatosubium, inability to reconcile differences. And at the catwalk, desertion. The only one that Mr. Richard Nii Armah responded to in his response petition or the court die court throughout the divorce was only to the unreasonable behavior. Mr. Richard Nii Armah say any success. And then I'm so much na worry ni guye etisa ana sentisa at this point me actually video now one ma ododo inti ma me fa part 2